All right. Well, we are back with the last podcast of 2025.
Man,
you excited, Jonathan?
I am excited. I'm looking forward to more in the new semester, but I'm excited for Christmas break and see family in Kentucky for a little bit. So should be good.
We'll be hanging out here, so it'll be nice and relaxing at home instead of a lot of road tripping like we did for Thanksgiving. But it's not going to be a white Christmas, at least not here. It's
not here. It is in Minnesota where I came from, and we were actually talking about that this morning. Like, what? Gina made the comment, what is this stuff falling from the sky? It was rain.
It's rain, moisture.
And it's like, my goodness gracious. It is December, what is today? December 18th.
Week from Christmas.
And it was like 60 degrees this morning and raining. And oh, man, when we lived in Minnesota, it was, I don't know that we didn't, in the 12 years we were there, I don't remember there being a Christmas where it wasn't white. There could have been. I just don't remember or recall. So that was the Lord's kindness in my life, and now I get rain.
Well, it'll snow eventually.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, we're going to spend today most of the episode talking about things from fall 25 semester that stood out to us that were exciting for us. Just kind of a recap of this year, and then I'm calling it an ice cap instead of an icebreaker. We'll wrap up looking forward to 2026 at things that are coming. And one of the exciting things is, this is episode 48 for us.
Wow,
so we've got 50 coming up probably in January sometime. And like we were talking before we started recording, this might be the last one we record in this space because we've got a new home.
Yeah, we're going to move into the union down here on the other end. We're in the student union here, but we're going to move to the other end, and there's a space there that I've opened up, and we just need to get some furniture and podcasting stuff in there and turn that into a little studio. And it's got glass doors and windows or walls, so it'll be fun for us to be sitting here doing this, and then people will see it happening and can walk by and make faces at us and do whatever they're going to do. So look forward to that.
Increase awareness of it's good marketing in addition to a good solid space. Well, fall semesters are always, each semester is different, but fall is interesting because it's kind of really the kickoff of the year. So if I'm thinking of starting back to where really the semester began, you've got Welcome Week, you've got new students coming in, you've got all the activities during Welcome Week that we host. So those are always great and fun. And they were again this year. It was a great group of new students that came in. But anything from Welcome Week that you would think that stood out to you as we think back on the start of the semester? Yeah,
one of the things that we did different this year in Welcome Week was, we're coming off of camp season. So a lot of students are here. We've had tons of high school, middle school, elementary schools kids on campus. So there's a lot of energy even leading up to that Welcome Week. So now our students are back, and we were trying to think, okay, now that our students are back and we're going to do the normal Welcome Week stuff again, check in, move in, go out to my house, that sort of thing. What is something different? What can we add? How can we make this better? And one of the things that we did this year was combine efforts with the football team because they always do kind of this late night scrimmage, or I shouldn't say always. Coach Hansen, his plan is to do a late night scrimmage on that first day back, that Saturday. So what we did this year is we bussed everybody in my house again. So Woodyard's front yard is what they call that event. And then we brought everybody back to campus, and we actually did the food, which we usually do at our house. We did here across the street at the football stadium. And thank you to Mike Cribbs for donating all the meat for that.
A lot of burgers.
Yeah. So we had, we have a grill team, Larry and Leon and Brad, and so many people were helping grill burgers. And so all the students showed up, got a burger, got in the stands, and we watched football scrimmage, which was new and kind of fun. So I thought that was just a good opportunity for us to combine efforts with our athletes and support them. So that was fun. And then just Welcome Week overall went well, so we're really thankful for it. And then we always do this club fair during that time where everybody's out on the intramural soccer field, and you're advertising your clubs and organizations, and then we're doing things like line dancing. There's a mechanical bull. This year they played cow tongue volleyball.
It's gross. Sounds gross.
Well, and it's literally a cow tongue. And when I say cow tongue, I mean, this thing was huge, big, meaty thing. And they're throwing it up and you have to catch it, throw it over the volleyball net, and it's slimy and it was nasty. But so things like that, fun. Yeah. It was a fun welcome week. A lot of kids, a lot of people involved. A lot of people attended the events. We saw an uptick, I think, in involvement at those things. So that was exciting.
Yeah, you mentioned football and partnering with them. Coach Hansen, this is his first year with us at SBU. We also had Coach Peyton Walker and beach volleyball join us this semester. So some new coaches. We'll have a new soccer coach starting for next year on the women's side. But yeah, it was neat to see them, especially, football team. We've sort of saw it on the field, but I think we've definitely seen it in talking to some of the players. Like, it's been a good culture with the team this year, and the guys have felt bought in, and they played hard all year. So it was great to watch the football team compete. Thinking off of one of the things I was thinking of beyond the Bolivar campus, because in my world, I'm also helping to recruit physical therapy students to our graduate programs. And we did over $1 million renovation to our Springfield campus to get it ready for the PT program to move there and join the nursing program in radiography. And it was not ready the first week of school. So, I mean, just thinking back on how that semester started for our faculty and our students to kind of be dispersed in Springfield, and so much credit to them for sticking through it and persevering through not really being in the space they had planned on being. But then once they got moved in a few weeks into the semester, the space looks really good. They did a lot of work to accommodate some bigger classrooms, bigger labs, new student lounge space. That's really going to allow not just the PT program to have a great new home, but even some of those other programs to grow.
And it's been something that was received when moving the DPT program, DPT, Doctor of Physical Therapy, moving that program, which has traditionally been housed here in Bolivar, to Springfield. There was some pushback on that. Not everybody was thrilled about moving it out of Bolivar to the Springfield market. But I think the numbers wise, you can talk to the enrollment piece. We've seen a real uptick in interest in that program. Yeah,
we still are feeling really confident that we can have an 80 student cohort, which is our cap, which is a big cap of students. We've had a waiting list this fall for the first time since I've been here. And this time last year, we were, I can't remember, 30 to 40 deposited students committed to it, and we're well over 80 already. So double the interest in the program. And a big part of that, I think, being the location in Springfield. So that's been really exciting for us through the fall to track, not just how are we doing. We're up in applications and admitted students for Bolivar for next fall by quite a bit, but also to see what's happening in the PT program has been really encouraging.
The numbers, the enrollment numbers, if we think about things we're excited about, that are the thing we're looking back, what went really well this semester. I mean, if we look back and even look at the recruitment cycle and the things that we're working on, that you're working on in admissions, that's something that we can look back and say, hey, this fall has been really positive, not just in DPT, but in enrollment numbers across the board.
Yep. Had a great team that went out and visited some college fairs. I got to go on the road to some college fairs in Arkansas, which was fun. I don't get the chance to do that a lot. And some of the other things that we started doing with direct admissions through a company called Niche, our partnership with some enrollment consultants has yielded some more applications. And so we're really encouraged about that piece.
That's great. Yeah. So numbers are looking positive, trending well for next year. We've got new coaches. Welcome week went well. One of the other things that I think, looking back at this year, that I've been really excited about is we changed our residence life staff structure a little bit. So we've gone away from a lot of resident directors to kind of a new model. One director of residence life, Jacob Banks, who's been doing this for a long time, so he's done great work. But then instead of hiring resident directors for every dorm, in every dorm we have assistant resident directors now, and they report to these two new positions, associate directors of residence life, one male, one female. So Allie Weaver on the female side, a graduate of ours now. She walked in this morning. I saw her this morning. She's already here. And she walked in with an alumni sweatshirt on. So she's been an alumni all of almost a week. And then Luke Stockton. Luke, also an alumni, actually graduated when Jacob Banks did several years ago, 6-7 years ago. So we've got these two people that They are over the assistant resident directors in our dorms, who then also oversee resident assistants, your RAs. Yeah. So that new structure, we weren't sure how it would go. And we've had just such a strong res life culture, strong res life staff, with people that were here: Kristen Ireland, Natasha Deshanes, Rocky Walker. You had Cooper, who was here. All these people that were here when I got here. Just such a strong group of res life employees. And so now we changed structure. Some of those people have moved on to some other things, but just to see how that's worked this semester when we didn't know exactly how it would all work out has been really encouraging. That the structure has served us well. And it's also putting those two people, Luke and Allie, as associate directors and taking them out of the day-to-day of the dorms has allowed us to shift some discipleship responsibilities to them. So oversight of our discipleship groups, reading groups, the different things that we're doing there, helping us navigate CrossCon, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Some of those things have been really positive to see on the discipleship side as well. So super excited about what's going on in Res Life staff.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know the students who are, again, some of these new students we've come in, like the President's Leadership Fellows, some really top tier students, just getting the conversation with them and how that they felt plugged in and how the discipleship stuff has taken place. It's been really encouraging to see that.
I mean, we had 146 students out of the gate get into discipleship groups. Now, usually we lose a ton. We only lost, I think, last count was 10 that stepped away from discipleship groups. So even if you take away those 10, we still have involved in discipleship groups more than we've ever had. So that's been really encouraging for us to see.
Yeah.
And hope that we want that to roll over into the new semester as well.
Yeah. We rolled into a few kind of big events that are always on the calendar. There's the Missouri Baptist Convention in Branson this year, but that was a great couple days for us to go down, a really encouraging alumni reception. And Dr. Melson gave a great update on how things are going here at SBU. And then homecoming was right around that same time that we had not just the football game, but all the alumni come back and the 50-year club luncheon and the class reunions and the parade. The parade had way more marching bands than we've had
which
the last
was
few
good.
Years.
And there's some things for us to clean up. I mean, there were some critiques there of how far spread out things became, but yes, overall to see the engagement with the parade was pretty encouraging.
Yeah. And just in general, I would say an encouraging thing this fall has been, and the parade is sort of a example of that. Our engagement with Bolivar community continues to get, I think, better and better. Our relationship with Bolivar schools has been better and better. We've been able to go in and have more presentations to students. We got a great relationship with the superintendent and leadership within the district. We are seeing an increase in applications and interest from
the superintendent's
from local students.
Got a kid coming here now, right?
Two
actually,
kids coming
now. So
I know
we'll have 2 students from his family. Next year.
I was giving him credit for our deposit increase last time I saw him. Like, a significant percentage of that is your family.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's been one of the big things we've been trying to emphasize the last few years is to see some improvement there, and we are seeing it. And even just recruiting within the region, we're in our Southwest District, local region that we kind of carve out for recruiting. We're double deposits from this time last year already, and that now it's early, it's small, it's from 5 to 10, but still, I mean, that's a
double, and
a great thing.
We want to see these upticks. Now the work is to get them here, right? So we understand that deposits are not butts in a seat, so to speak. So we need to get them here, but there's just every reason to be excited with where the enrollment numbers are tracking for next year.
Other things that popped up in the fall, we had the camp out, we had some great musical performances and play performances. The camp out's one of your favorite traditions already.
Yeah, we started that last year. So this was the second annual Great SBU Camp Out. And we literally that's what it is. I mean, we put tents out here. We're just looking outside the Union here at the storm clouds and the wind, but looking out here, just tents everywhere. And this year was no rain, so we were able to do a lot of different things. And so it was cool to see all the tents, all the people that were camping out. Students, we give prizes away for the best decorated camp out spot, right? So they're decorating. They were up until 1 a.m. singing worship songs, so worshiping Jesus out on the lawn at 1 o'clock in the morning around a campfire was really cool to see. We had some friends, Davey, what's Davey's last name? Davey Campbell. I think Davey, one of our students. Oh, yeah. She plays the banjo, and her family, they came up and just played in the background while we had sat around fires and had conversations, had fun. So that was fun. Just an opportunity for us, belong, discover, serve, excel. Are we creating this sense of belonging, this kind of sticky campus that kids want to stay at, so come here, stay here, and graduate from here. So just one of the highlights of the year for me.
Yeah. The Christmas season has a ton of things that come up that always get busy. One of the highlights for me this year, when we do our faculty staff dinner, Christmas party, it was not that I was hosting trivia.
You did host trivia.
That went well.
It went okay. It went great. I have some quibbles with a couple of the things.
The answers were really well thought through and clearly communicated. The Life Beautiful Awards that we give out. So this year, Amos Kachamba from computing faculty, very, very well respected and very deserving. But then Shay Miller, our campus director from Mountain View, also got it on the staff side, which I thought was really exciting. She's done a great job. That campus has also had some work done to it to make it look even better and really reach that community. It's near West Plains. There's a lot of population out there of people that are trying to switch careers or just complete a degree that maybe started at one point. So it's a different type of student than what we work with here at Bolivar. But for her to be able to have made it to Bolivar unknown, the reason, Darren Crowder and her family kind of pulling off that stunt, and she was completely surprised, which I thought was
great.
Completely well-deserved on her end.
And we gave a new award away.
Yeah, the service award to Robbie Bryant, which was also incredibly well-deserved. Robbie, we talk about the Springfield campus. I mean, he was the general contractor in addition to being the facilities director for all of SBU, in addition to everything else that he does. And that was really neat to see him honored for that one.
Yeah.
But then Christmas, we had a great new tradition that you got to put together.
Well, with the help of so many hands, Robbie being one of them again, Taylor Worley did just so much work of planning this and getting it ready to go and organizing people. But this, if you drive by our campus at night, you should see, depends on who's been messing with the on-off button, you should see about 30 feet of Christmas tree out here in front of the Union with a 3-foot star on the top of it. 10,000 lights lit up. And so what we wanted to do was combine with Festival of Christmas, which SBU's done for ages. When everybody comes out after that's over, we gather around the tree, have hot chocolate, we sing, worship Jesus, and we light the tree. We turn it on, and it turned on. That was
successful. Yep.
So when we pushed the button, it came on. But yeah, just another tradition. This is something that, I can't take credit for making it up. This is something that Cedarville University does, and I was able to experience that when I was there visiting a couple of years ago. Just a really neat idea to gather everyone around and do something really simple. Sing together, be outside, light a tree. But we talked about, even before we turned that tree, the tree, it's not about the tree. It was pointing even higher. So that, if you think 30 feet, you're looking up, we'll look even higher. And this is what Christmas is about, right? That God condescended to humanity, came down to us in the person of Jesus. So really cool to be able to say that to the community. It wasn't just our students or just SBU people, but so many from the Bolivar community standing around. There was 300-400 from what we could count that were there. And just to be able to share the gospel with 300 to 400 people in short form, and then turn this tree on and enjoy the moment. So I was excited about that, and we want to build on it for next year and do it again. And just every year we light the tree here at SBU, and you can come watch.
Yeah, that was great. And it is a gorgeous tree.
It is
lit
really.
up. It looks really, really good. I don't know. Anything else you're thinking of for?
Well, the
fall?
other thing, I've been excited. This Center for Worldview and Culture that we've relaunched, and I know that I'm the executive director according to Dr. Melson, but really Brandt has been lockstep with me trying to think through the website, and your team helping redo that. That should launch here at some point in the near future with a new website, new video we've made to promote it. We've got a different mission statement. This podcast now housed under the Center for Worldview and Culture. So why do we talk about the music we listen to? That episode. Why are we thinking through vocation? The last episode. Why are we doing those things? It's in part because this is housed under that Center for Worldview and Culture, and the mission is to prepare students to practice their faith with courage and confidence in a confused world. And this is one of the ways that we can do it. So I'm excited for that to have been relaunched and for us to continue to grow it and do different things underneath that banner, and a couple of things that we'll do in the new year that we'll talk about in a bit that'll be housed underneath that. So I've been excited to give some leadership there that's helped me think through my reading plan and things I need to be thinking about in order to lead that well. So it's been fun.
We sponsored a dinner at the Council for Biblical Manhood and Womanhood at
ETS.
ETS. I was going to say CES. ETS. Thank you.
So that was just something as we relaunched the Center for Worldview and Culture, and really as SBU, we want people to see it as a place you can trust. We're a confessional institution. We affirm the Baptist faith and message, but our trustees have also affirmed the Danvers Statement, which is a statement written back in the 1980s, I think 89 or so, that kind of outlines what we would believe is biblical manhood and womanhood. And then, so anyway, all this stuff, we as an institution are a place you can trust, unapologetically Christian, all the things that we talk about. And we have this center. And one of the things I wanted to do was to get who we are in this kind of resurgence of conservatism and this idea that we are a conservative place that you can trust, get that in front of some other people, a different group. And so the Evangelical Theological Society is a society that I'm a part of, that it's really a bunch of it's a nerd conference, right? So it's a bunch of theologians and historians and New Testament, Old Testament guys that get together every year and have a huge conference. There's several thousand people there. They present papers. But before that conference kicks off, there's always the Council of Biblical Manhood and Womanhood that is led by Denny Burke, who's the president, who's a professor at Southern Seminary. Colin Smothers, the executive director, is a pastor in Kansas. Those two guys give that organization leadership, and I know both of them, and I just, we sponsored their yearly dinner banquet that they have before ETS each year. So in Boston, I was able to go out there, get in front of them, talk about SBU a little bit, talk about the center. So that was fun because you have the people in that room. I'm literally sitting from here to there. I sat with, Wayne Grudem sitting there. My wife's sitting next to me. Her and Wayne are hanging out. And I've got a friend of mine who teaches in Edinburgh sitting here, had flown over from overseas, and he was at the banquet. Jason DeRoshi, Old Testament professor at Midwestern, who was one of my mentors in seminary, sitting there. Guys like Andy Naselli and Jason Allen, president of Midwestern, just so many guys like that are there in the room. And we were able to promote what we're doing here in front of all of them. So it was just a really special moment.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And I also just thinking too, one of the things we launched this fall, really trying to hit home on affordability. So talking about our discount that we're putting out there for new students for fall 26, 50% off minimum of a tuition discount for those who are members of Missouri Baptist Church, if that's their family's home church, if you're a homeschool family, or if you are attending one of our Christian K through 12 partners. So that's been well received, and we were getting you get 50% minimum, but your award package from your scholarships and grants in many, many cases is going to exceed 50%. So if that's the case, you get your other award package 50% discount if it doesn't quite get there on your other package. So it's, we think, a good tool to help, and not just tool, it's a good faith gesture, a commitment that we have to reach those groups that we value highly, that we know have an affinity for Christian higher education, but sometimes just don't think that they can afford it, and trying to make sure that they know, no, they're really, the sticker price is is not what you're going to need to pay.
Yeah.
And so we're encouraged to see what that does going forward.
Yeah, you've had a few questions about that since it landed, and people are like, "Oh, 50%, this is great." I had one person, I kid you not, who said, "I was so mad when I saw that." They were tongue in cheek because their kids are now graduating from SBU, and it's like, where was that when I was there? But
in reality, they were probably already getting 50%.
They were probably already getting 50%.
And difference between tuition, and this is just where the world of higher education, if you're not in it, can be confusing, and what words mean what. Tuition is not the same as total cost.
Right.
Housing, meal plan, those are not included in tuition.
That's room and board. That's not
we're
tuition.
Talking about a tuition discount. That's the tuition piece, and then room and board are still
separate.
I mean, the meal plan. You've been in meal plan world all semester. I mean, you're paying what it costs. Like we're not getting like a big kickback on meal plans.
We're not.
That's just what the food costs.
Right. Yeah. So cost is something. It's just higher education is expensive. That's just the way it is, and it is that way around the United States. But it's worth it. The data, as we know in some of our meetings with the AB and others, the data will show that if you spend the money and get an education on the back end, you make it back. You're ahead of the game compared to those who don't go and get a collegiate education.
Yep. That still plays out.
Yeah.
Bachelors earn more than associates, which earns more than those with no degree, and master's still earns more than a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So it's a very worthy investment. So that's fall 25, a lot of exciting things, but there's a lot still to come in 26. So as we think through, there's no way we're going to remember or touch on everything, but you already hinted at some of the things within the Center for Worldview that we're excited about that start right off the bat in January.
Yeah, so we'll go on break, but then I will actually meet. There's 38 total of us that we're taking a bunch of students and a few staff to CrossCon. So it's a conference for 18 to 25-year-olds, happens in Louisville, Kentucky every year. It's getting so big that they've actually split it into 2 iterations. They'll run an iteration of it, take a day off, and start again. We're going to the second iteration. So we'll get down there on the 4th into Kentucky and stay through the 7th. And we've got a ton of students going, and where they get to hear good preaching, be challenged in some breakout sessions, just again, trying to prepare our students to practice their faith with courage and confidence in a confused world. So that it's just, how do we engage them, sharpen their intellectual kind of aspects of their life, and to think Christianly about all things. So excited about that, being down there. And then we're going to take about, I'm hoping, 20 or so students to England. You and I are going, and Jacob Banks will be there. We are taking students over there to think through the political, cultural, and religious history of England. We'll do some English Reformation stuff. We'll be in London, Oxford, and Cambridge. And just, again, trying to help students think about the world they live in, understand their own faith, understand the world, and just be able to flourish as kind of global, world conscious Christians. So excited about that. Those are some really cool things that I think are going on. One of the other things that we're doing that's brand new this year is Ignite SBU. It's going to be a conference for college students here on the campus. We're mainly aiming at our college students, but we will note that if anybody from outside wants to come, it'll be here on campus. Jed and Melanie Coppinger. Melanie's an alumnus here from here, or an alumna from here. Alumna from here. So they'll be here. Jed has written several books. He pastors a church in Cumming, Georgia, and he has written one book called Fake Christianity, really trying to kind of identify what genuine faith looks like. And so he's going to be talking about some of those things. And we're going to host that conference towards the end of February here. So we're excited about that new tradition that we're going to kick off. So a lot of things like that I'm excited about. One other thing that I'll mention, I'm excited. So Olivia Crawford is now also an alumna of our school, graduated, but she's been working part-time for me as a student life coordinator. And she's coming on full-time next year, I guess starting in January. She'll be full-time, and just super excited to have her full-time on our team. She's been a gift to me and Christina and Jacob and Taylor and the whole team. She just serves us so well. And so looking forward to having her. And then last thing I'll say about staff, Christina Hart has done a great job with our conferences, camps, and events, and she's already got what's the word I'm looking for? Locked in camps for next summer, and we'll have a full camp season in the summer. So she's doing a great job. And just I could mention my whole staff, but I don't have time. Everybody's doing good work. So if I look back over fall 25, lots of good things going on. If I look forward, one of the things I'm excited about is just the team that has emerged around student life and around me. So I'm thankful.
Yeah. I mean, ditto on our team too. I mean, just super excited with who we get to work with, and seeing people settle into new roles. So we had Austin Weigard step into director of marketing this fall, and moved some folks into different places. Renee, we moved her from admissions to marketing, and she's done a great job within that role. Bringing on a new admissions counselor in January, Riley Casey. So she will be focusing a little bit in mid-Missouri, but also Arkansas, working with transfer students. And I think she's going to be a great fit from Bolivar, not an SBU alum. So it's neat to kind of bring in some outside perspective, but she's from Bolivar, and that's home for her. So we're excited to have her on board. A lot of events for us in the spring. Scholars Day at the end of January, which is always a huge event. We'll have 100-ish plus incoming students competing for scholarships during that end of January. I'll do a plug for our advancement team. We have SBU United Giving Day in March, and I had it pulled up here. I think it's March 12th. 2026 is March 12th. So we do that every year, and most schools, most nonprofits have a giving day that they promote, but that one has already had some folks give some commitments for matching dollar for dollar gifts that we're excited could help us really exceed what we've raised the last few years. Because you think about how we're built and how we generate the resources needed to operate and serve students. There's the tuition that students pay. There's money we get from camps and conferences and renting out space. But having donors that are going to partner with us, believe in our mission, and give sacrificially of what they have to what we're doing is a huge part of how SBU is able to thrive and do what it needs to do. So that Giving Day, March 12th, is a huge day for us. I'm excited for our board meeting in April and kind of making more progress on the campus master plan that we've been talking about the last year or so, and what projects might be next. The whole idea with this is to get to our sesquicentennial, which is just 2 years away now, 2028, because we're almost in 26, and really have a full-fledged campaign for that master plan and what those projects are going to be. But we want to get some stuff started even before then. So I think this next year will be critical in trying to figure out what can we kick off, what projects make sense to start even sooner, and then that background work with the advancement team and Dr. Melson, starting to find partners to help make it happen. I was walking across campus just yesterday, and just visually, I remember walking with Dr. Melson the first time I came and interviewed, and he in his mind has where buildings can be and what this campus can look like, and I think it's easy to get out of that visionary mindset, when we just kind of put our head down and do the day-to-day. But I was walking around yesterday and just kind of picturing again, with now having a master plan of where stuff could go, like, okay, so that Learning Commons new library thing, what does it look like if it sits here? That would be pretty cool. What does a new residence hall over there actually kind of look like? And trying to picture and just get some motivation and energy and encouragement behind those ideas still, which was good. Spring will be busy. I mean, our team is going to be working hard, to your point, get those students actually here in seats that we have locked in so far.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that. I know we've got coming up the launch of pickleball, esports, and club sports. That's for us kind of the thing hanging over in terms of numbers and recruiting. To kind of get into your world, and we're stepping in, getting to know Slate a little bit, trying to contact students already about their interest in our new club sports initiative. And we've got interviews here in a little bit where we're trying to find the associate director of club sports. And so you can pray for us as we are jumping into this club sports world, and that's going to fall under my department and then under Taylor Worley. But we're actively pursuing who's going to give that leadership and try to get us some students for the fall and field some competitive teams.
Yeah. And even our current sports teams, basketball's playing well, playing pretty good. Yeah. I love watching Coach Aaron do his dance on our videos.
His go into the locker room and celebrate a win. Yeah. It's fun.
And then track and field, which had an incredible year last year with some national champions. That'll get going in the spring. Baseball, softball, baseball with their new field house, locker room space, getting to take advantage of that. So it'll be a lot of good athletics to watch in the spring too.
It's good.
So we're excited. Again, this is episode 48, so we're 2 away from 50. We're starting to kind of spin our wheels. Can we come up with something fun for 50?
Yeah, come up with something special.
We'll see what we can do for number 50.
Yeah.
But that'll be soon. So again, last one for the year. So we wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy the holidays. Remember the reason for it. It's cliche, the reason for the season, but it is Jesus, the reason for the season. And
100%.
I'm looking forward to resting and reflecting on that the next couple of weeks. So thanks for sticking with us through 48 as we get close to 50 and beyond in 2026.
Here we go.